fight.
Objective contested.
I've got your back.
3 minutes remaining.
They find our position.
Vital control of the target area.
Systems targeting ready. Prepare to activating my team. You can't hide behind that shield, Chris.
Area contested. The enemy is capturing the objective.
Uppe på bron alltså.
Hello and welcome to my first impressions video when it comes to Gundam Evolution, a fast-paced and immersive team-based FPS game where you pilot mobile suits from the smash hit Gundam anime. Yes, the Gundam anime has a history going back all the way to the 80s, so that's actually about 4 years back. Although I've never watched a lot of anime, or to be honest, close to zero, this game was on my wishlist on Steam and I'm happy I put it on the wishlist since I otherwise would have missed the fact that this free-to-play shooter was released on September 20. Or to be more precise, it was possible to pre-download the game on September 20, I believe, but the game went public, meaning being able to be played the day after. Gundam Evolution is developed and published by Bandai Namco Entertainment. They began seeking applications for closed beta testing back in 2021, and further plans for console releases were announced on March 10, 2022. It was announced to start official service on PC on September 21, 2022, with later releases on console to begin on December 1st. However, cross-platform play will not be supported. Personally, I did not really know what to expect when I got into Gundam Evolution, although I did watch some videos on YouTube showing some gameplay from earlier playtests. That got me curious, so I got into the game, I played the tutorial and then went into my first public match. There was quite a lot of units to choose from and only a few of them were locked. In this video I'm mainly playing with Pale Rider, I believe, which is a pretty straightforward unit with healing abilities, a kind of character that I'm usually are looking for when playing other FPS games. But you will see me also playing some other characters as well. Surprisingly enough though, not so much as a sniper. I believe it's only one sniper clip in this video, which is quite rare when it comes to me playing shooters. Immediately when I get into the match, I realize that this is a game that promotes team play and have also been designed with that in mind. I like that. It also means that all units have more or less the similar movement patterns, which is good, since you then are able to counter some of the ults if you're fast enough and some situations plays more fair. Meaning that you can glide, dash, jump and hover shortly. Even though I wasn't able, at least not yet, to try out all units or characters in the game during my first hours of playing, I did encounter most of them, and I have to say that for me it feels as if the developers has managed to balance all these different units pretty well. There might be some meta I'm not still fully aware of, but it never felt as if one player could rule us all, if that makes sense, even when using their abilities or an ult. If you've ever played Overwatch, I think you know that it's not the case in that game, since some characters when using the ult can wipe out the whole enemy team more or less. That doesn't seem to be the case here, and I think that's partly due to the fact that everyone once again has the same movement abilities or options. It creates an overall better balance in my opinion. Another thing that I like alongside that you do get punished if not playing as a team is the fact that it takes some skill to do well in this game. I would therefore recommend you to maybe pick up to 3 favorite units and learn their strengths and weaknesses and foremost become good at using them. And you'll then have a really good time on the battlefield here in Gundam Evolution. Because it's also important to say that due to previous playtests, there are players that have already spent quite a few hours in the game, so sometimes you might get into quite unbalanced teams therefore, but don't worry, it becomes better as you progress and learn the game and the units as mentioned. I said glide before when talking about the movement, but the correct technical term in the game is actually activating the thruster GOG kicks the action into overdrive. Use thruster movement to cover long distances fast and dash for rapid bursts of acceleration. Utilizing the thrust system, pilots can move effectively around the battlefield and use sudden surprise movements to their tactical advantage. There we go, that's the correct way of describing it. I also like that the time to kill feels long enough, or should I say low enough, so you're able to get into those fun 1v1s where the movement and the actual gunplay most of the time will determine who comes out on top. I'm trying to think about anything that I found out to be on the negative side of things, but I can't really come up with anything right now, at least not yet. There's not so many Steam reviews either, apparently, but I did see one guy talking about balance issues. Well, it's easy to say, but I would like to know exactly what that means in this game. Maybe you guys out there can fill in here, and is it something that you believe that the developers can do better in the game? Certain changes that will improve the game? Let me know in the comments. So my overall first impressions are therefore mainly positive, since I did have fun playing Gundam Evolution. I believe that this is one of the more interesting free-to-play FPS titles that have been released in quite some time. I therefore highly recommend you to give it a try, and hopefully you can get some friends along with you, since it is of course an even better experience playing a game like this with friends. As said, I would like to hear from you what you think. Is this something you will download and try, or have you already been playing it for quite some time? Maybe you're one of those guys that did play tests and have an experience of the game that I haven't reached, at least not yet. But even so, thanks a lot for watching, because I'm gonna let you listen into the game a bit without me talking, so you can hear the sounds and everything and see some action. And if you're new to my channel and if you would like to see more FPS gaming when it comes to new, old games, and of course AAA games and indie games, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks my friend, take care, later.
Enemy unit destroyed. I've got your back.
Thanks for the support. There's a suit with a shield out here. 1 minute remaining.
En på ovan också, jag tror en sniper.
Be on your guard. An enemy warlock has been destroyed. And now
30 seconds left in the mission.
if this keeps up, I do.
Objective contested.
They sheep.
The enemy is capturing the objective.
Just on enemy sniper.
Boy,
Reviving system.
Ja, de är alla där.
Enemy flying unit destroyed.
Ja, de är på vänster. Okej, jag fick honom.
out there. I need a boost.
Request received. I've got your back.
Kommer att reviva kompisar.
At this rate, my suit's done for. We're active.
3 minutes
Bakom
remaining.
dig. Oh. Barbados kommer.